Hey babes, systems live, feeds open, welcome back. We are going to be talking about another drama today, and I'm going to preface all of my next few videos with I switched my phones, so please bear with me. I'm refiguring out how to connect her again, I guess is probably the best way to say it. So if anything looks off, please bear with me. I will be working on it over the next few videos, over the next few weeks, trying to figure out what works best. But I'm still gonna post for you guys. I didn't forget about you guys. You guys are here, you're supporting. I'm gonna put in the same effort you guys are. So keep supporting. I'm gonna put the same effort in. I appreciate all of you guys for being here, even just watching. I don't care how far you get into it. I'm just happy you even looked at it, that you even clicked on it is just a godsend to me. So thank you. So as I'm dealing with her, just bear with me. Okay? I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But we're getting back into our dramas today, as I promised. And we are starting with My Stubborn, another Thai BL. And this one was a lot. It was a lot, I do have to say. But My Stubborn is a grounded, character-driven Thai BL that leans into emotional realism rather than flashy tropes. At its core, the series is about two people who are deeply set in their ways, emotionally guarded, prideful, and resistant to change. Slowly, they learn how to soften for someone else. The title isn't just cute, it accurately reflects the emotional roadblocks both leads carry into the relationship. As we start all of these, and as we will always start all of these, and unless someone decides that they hate this, or I decide that I don't like the setup, but I like the setup. Our characters. We have Juin, and that's how they said it in the show, so that's how I'm gonna say it here. And if I mess up and revert back to June, please forgive me. I am very sorry. It is not intentional. I have no control over it. It just happens. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best here. I really am. I don't know the languages that well. I know bits and pieces of each language of a show that I watch. I don't know a lot. I know like very, very basic beginner baby words. I'm so sorry. But we have Juin. He's a mischievous intern with a knack for pranks and getting under people's skin. He's bright, optimistic, and socially confident, sometimes to the irritation of others. Though his humor and playful nature often clash with Soren's seriousness, his energy and sincerity eventually begin to pull at deeper emotions. We have Soren. He's a composed, orderly man who prides himself on structure and control. Initially, he can't stand June's antics, especially because June reminds him of the kids he's sworn off. Yet beneath the stern exterior lies a man vulnerable to unexpected feelings when fate forces them together. We have Tai. He's a calm, charismatic older brother figure and part of the extended circle around the leads. He brings emotional stability to tense situations and is often watching over his friends and quietly offering support. We have Champ. Cheerful and kind, Champ is friendly and supportive, especially when close friends' relationships get complicated. He often plays the role of emotional anchor or sounding board for others. He also is a couple in the show paired with Tai. We have Penny, the bold and iconic HR queen in the office world of My Stubborn. Penny exudes a confidence and presence, and though there's implied history or chemistry with Soren, she's someone who deeply longs for authentic connection. Now we have June, and here's the reason why I'm going to try my best to not confuse the characters, because I don't want anyone to think I'm talking about this June, who is our boss lady in the show, and I don't want them to be confused with me saying her name compared to actual Juin's name, the person who's one of the main leads of the show. So I'm gonna do my best to try and catch myself. If I do not catch myself, more often than not, I'm speaking of Juin, not June, because the two main characters are Juin and Soren. So please keep that in mind. If I mess up and revert back to saying June, I mean Juin. Okay, alright. Jun is the boss lady and one of the key supporting characters. She's a sharp-eyed, observant, no-nonsense, and respected boss, and she becomes romantically involved with Penny over the course of the series. We have Win, a young, approachable character full of energy and friendliness. As the youngest among the friends, he serves to lighten tense moments and acts as a social catalyst in group dynamics. We have Jom, a delivery guy whose interest in Jun adds another subplot of tension and romantic possibility in the world outside the main couple. And last but certainly not least, we have Put, a character involved with a secret boyfriend, adding layers to the broader relational landscape and highlighting the varied ways love and boundaries intersect in the show. And the secret boyfriend aspect of it is that he has a girlfriend and he's cheating on the girlfriend with this guy. So, and Jun happens to catch them in the hallway at some point. So keep that little bit of information in mind because it does come into play in one of the later episodes, as I will discuss a little bit about. Okay, so now that we have all our characters, let's get into the show. We enter a racy scene where one of our main characters, Sorn, is introduced. We see him watching something and enjoying some solo play. While we move scenes and see our second lead who walks in on this tempting scene and decides to watch. He ends up getting caught and is asked to join in. And we get yet another of many racy scenes and encounters in this show. Fast forward 2 years, we are introduced to all of our characters and see that our two main characters are now co-workers who constantly bicker and prank each other. Their dynamic takes a turn when Sorn unexpectedly rescues Jun from a tense situation at a bar, forcing them into closer contact than before. This plants the first seed of curiosity beneath the annoyance. Sorn offers Jun intimacy training, with rules stating Jun can't practice this with anyone else until he finishes. This creates a structured start to their very heated physical connection, clearly defined by conditions. The dynamic shifts. It's no longer just teasing, there's a contractual intimacy between them. Jun drinks too much at a bar with his friend Pyong and another friend, Franz. Please bear with me on these names, I'm so sorry. And another friend, Franz, tries to kiss Jun. Sorn somehow manages to catch this in the middle of this and intervenes, and angrily stopping Franz before anything could happen. Afterwards, Sorn claims exclusivity while teaching Jun, but still lyingly insists it's just physical, clouding emotional intentions. Sorn is hot and cold. He's out here demanding loyalty from Jun, but flirting with homegirl Penny, confusing sweet little baby Jun. Sorn performs acts of kindness like driving the interns, kind of joking around, but he also does play some pranks that escalate office tension. Champ fills an informal intermediary role, talking with Thai about the escalating antics between Jun and Sorn. Sorn apologizes for the prior pranks, especially the one that caused trouble for Jun in the office, but this time Jun doesn't forgive as easily, showing emotional complexity, especially because what he did kind of got him in trouble at work. So I could see him not wanting to forgive so easily when it came to that one. Thai returns to the story from a business trip, adding nostalgia and energy, and Champ is excited about his return. We get cute couple moments between Champ and Thai here sprinkled in as well. Sorn gets jealous when Jom drives Jun home after Sorn's date with Penny, leading to him ending his situationship with Penny and promises to make Jun breakfast daily from now on. He's clearly jealous of Jom and Put's closeness to Jun, a turning point for vulnerability in the show. Jun gets caught between Put and his girlfriend V, who very clearly doesn't trust him as he has done some sneak shit in the past. And now Sorn is informed of the drama unfolding and comes to Jun's rescue. Soren claims Jun's neck marks in front of Put and V, suppressing tension with humor and ownership energy. He invites Jun to his hometown to introduce him to his family, a huge step forward in their relationship. Soren's brother Nu drags Jun to drink moonshine, adding cultural and relational depth. Jun gets shit-faced and mistakes Soren's brother for Soren and almost makes a move on him. But once again, just in time, Soren steps in. Soren drags a drunken Jun back to his room, where Jun surprises him by confessing that he likes him. However, Soren, not fully believing that Jun is coherent enough to make a confession like that, tries to kind of blow it off. And please keep that in mind because it does come back to play later on as well. After a day at the fair, I'm not sure what the fair was called. Please don't ask me. I don't remember. I probably should have looked it up, but I did not. That's my bad, babes, my bad. Soren gets jealous again, and this time over Jum calling Jun. Soren runs into his ex, Mali, which dredges up old reasons why he's sworn off so-called kids. Soren and his brother have a talk because he can clearly see the tension, sexual or otherwise, between the two and wants to know what's going on. Soren begins to explain what happened between him and his ex, reminding his brother of why he reacts the way he does about liking Jun. The screen pans and we see that Jun happens to be listening in on this conversation and also overhears Soren tell his brother that if he had to love someone younger, it couldn't be Jun. This conversation is also a big point of contention in Soren and Jun's relationship because Jun basically heard the man he was falling in love with say he could never fall in love with him. Frustrating. I know. Frustration peaks. Jun and Champ get annoyed at Soren and Ty's lack of romantic and emotional clarity. Jun and Soren get into a big fight, and Jun brings up a lot of points about the relationship that they've had up to this point. He reveals that the entirety of their relationship has been completely up to Soren, and he's just kind of been forced to follow along, and he's getting pretty tired of it. He also mentions when he told Soren that he liked him, which I did tell you guys not to forget about, and how Soren kind of just brushed it off. Once again, bringing up how their relationship has been completely on Soren's terms.
แล้วพี่อย่าลืมนะว่าพี่แค่คนที่สอนเซ็กผมอะพี่ไม่มีสิทธิ์ทำแบบนั้น
Jun
แล้วก็อีกเรื่องนึงนะทุกครั้งที่เรามีอะไรกันอะมันก็เป็นความต้องการของพี่คนเดียวเว้ยส่วนผมก็แค่คนโง่ที่ยอมให้พี่หลอกอะ
Jun disappears and stops answering Soren's calls, forcing unattended feelings into the open. Jun is adamant about not speaking to Soren at this point in time. This also causes problems between Soren and Ty because Ty found out that Jun and Soren were seeing each other. Not from either of them, might I add, which made it a little bit worse. And was unaware of it the entire time. Since he sees Jun as his little brother, he gets angry with Soren, and he does, in fact, pop him, like he knocks him, he rocks his shit a little bit, just a little bit. However, thanks to this, Soren is finally able to admit that he does like Jun and it wasn't all just a game. With help from Ty and Penny, Soren finds Jun at the factory, which, like, I'm not saying he should have guessed that from jump, but like we should have guessed that from jump because that was the only other place that they went to, but like it's a show. I'm not expecting a lot, but I'm just saying. He tries a softer, more expressive approach to winning Jun back. a sign of emotional growth in how he pursues. Soren shifts his approach towards sentiment, not just dominance, and he works slowly on rebuilding trust and respect back up with Jun. Jun hears Soren is sick and rushes to his house. That itself is a quiet confession of care. Meanwhile, Champ's flirt interactions with the new hire, Tos, introduce a parallel. What if I'm replacing you energy, and stirs some new jealousy feelings in Thai. And we get some more scenes of Champ and Thai where they more firmly commit to their relationship and dynamic. This helps to shut down Tos's advances, especially considering Thai is the company owner's son. Jun and Soren face their biggest emotional test yet. They open up about their feelings and the progress they've made since earlier episodes. Jun expresses a desire for a serious relationship, even hinting at future commitment. Jun brings Soren to his family's restaurant, and this is one of the most meaningful scenes of the episode. And instead of rejection, Jun's family accepts the couple. Jun's sister and father show warmth, normalizing Jun and Soren's relationship. Old worries about acceptance turn into relief and laughter, and the finale moves to a relaxed group outing at Thai's grandmother's Koipan, a symbolic space tied to the earlier character moments, i.e. our opening scene. The established couples, Jun and Soren, Champ and Thai, and Win, they're the couple's like third wheel, if we can say that, you know? Enjoy laid-back interactions, banter, and meaningful looks that signal comfort and future potential. Playful teasing, honest confessions, and shared laughter show emotional progression across the group. I will also add, there are 2 special episodes that, in my opinion, really contributed to their relationship storyline. I felt like it helped give more of a glimpse into the effort that they're putting in with each other, and it offered up some more intimate scenes if that's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking forward to with this show. Those 2 special episodes definitely will give you that. Don't let me tell you. But as we know, I'm not going to talk too much about those special episodes. However, what I will say is thanks to those special episodes, the ranking that this show would have initially gotten was definitely bumped up. So they definitely help. It definitely helps them out, you know? So what I liked and what I didn't. I thought the emotional conflict in here was actually pretty realistic. Like, some of the stuff in there seemed a little, don't get me wrong, I'm still adjusting to watching foreign shows, because some of the stuff in the foreign shows I'm okay. I don't want to say it's like bad, like, or like what I've grown up with was better. It's just different. It's not better or worse. There's no real like craziness about it. I grew up on mostly American shows. I'm born and raised in the United States. So I'm used to a lot of the stuff from here. Now that I'm finally getting into this like deeply, it's definitely been a change, like watching Thai and different foreign dramas. So I'm getting used to it. But I really thought that like they did a pretty good job showing the conflict between the 2 main characters. Because sometimes like I feel like some of the shows I have watched so far, I have not watched as vast as there's a vast variety. I have not watched nearly as many as there are out there. I've just watched a tiny small, like 1% of them. But from what I have seen, sometimes they can be a little cringy. Not to be mean, they can be just slightly cringy. There's nothing wrong with that. And the little cringy parts of them make them really cute. But I also need some like emotional conflict where like they fight in. Like I need the fights, and like the cute moments can still be cute, but like the fights are also important. And I felt like the different conflicts that occurred in here were kind of they did them well. They did them in a realistic way that kind of felt natural, which I thought really it went a long way in my opinion for the show. I thought the characters were strong. It definitely had a grounded tone. The one thing I feel like I didn't there's not much I could say that I didn't like. I thought the show overall was decent. I felt that it was a bit all over the place for me, especially in the beginning. And maybe it was just me. Maybe I was just feeling a certain way about it. I could just be feeling a certain way about it. You know, I could be wrong. But for me, it just kind of felt like it was all over the place when it started. It felt like it jumped around a lot in the beginning. I mean, I wouldn't say it was rushed, but it was definitely rougher than I thought it would be, which is not a bad thing. It's just not what I was expecting. So I guess that's like all I could really say. It felt like it jumped around a little bit too much for my liking. More in the beginning. Towards the end, it kind of found its like pacing, you know. But it was also, we started off very rough too. So it was like, whoa, we're jumping into this very quickly. Give me a heads up. But you know, that's not bad. To be fair, like some people watch for those scenes anyway. So it's like, that's perfect for some people, you know? Like I wasn't expecting it to start so quickly. That was it. Like, don't get me wrong, I still love the scenes, but it happened so, it was almost immediate. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know this was what we were starting off with, but hey, to each their own. But that's pretty much it. Like, I can't really say there was anything bad about the show. So you could disagree with me. That is perfectly fine. If you loved it to a T, that's great. This is just what I thought about it. So for me, my stubborn overall was like a 7 out of 10 daggers. It's still Blue approved. It still gets a stamp of approval from me. I still enjoyed watching it. And keep in mind, for me, like those special episodes really added to the show for me. So my stubborn won't be for everyone, but for viewers who appreciate emotional nuance, realistic relationship struggles, and character first storytelling, it's a standout show. It's the kind of BL that resonates with you more after you sat with it, thought about it, and maybe even recognized parts of yourself in the characters. So that being said, what did you guys think about it? Did you like how they paced the show? Did you like all the racy scenes? Because I'm sure some of y'all watched for that. And did you like it like overall? What did you guys think of it? Honestly, let me know. Share with me. I want to know what you guys thought. For now, let's cut the feet, babes, because my work here is done.